Before we dive into the chaos, hit that subscribe button right now, because trust me, you're gonna want front row seats every time. I turned something as harmless as bingo night into a full-blown soap opera. Like, comment, subscribe, let's get dramatic. The night started like any other innocent Tuesday in Maplewood. Retirees shuffled into the community center armed with daubers, good luck charms, and thermoses of lukewarm tea. The smell of peppermint candies filled the air. To everyone else, it was just bingo night. But to Goldie Karen, it was the Olympics of destiny. She strutted in tall and confident, her wavy blonde hair catching the fluorescent lights, blue eyes sharp and ready for war. Her outfit wasn't just casual, it was strategic. A stylish ivory blazer over jeans. A look that screamed, I may be 32, but I will absolutely destroy you over a row of numbers. Ah, there she is, whispered Mrs. Parker from table 3. The competitive one. Goldie Karen heard it. She always heard it, and with a sly grin, she leaned over, tossing her hair dramatically. Competitive? Oh, honey, I don't play bingo. I dominate bingo. The caller, poor Mr. Howard, adjusted his reading glasses and nervously shuffled the cards. He already knew. Tonight was going to be chaos. The first number rang out. B12. Normal people dabbed their cards politely. Goldie Karen slammed her dauber down with the force of a courtroom gavel. Yes, that's one. 4 more. And this entire room is going to witness history. Everyone stared. She loved it. By the third call, she was narrating her every move. N34? Oh, sweet baby destiny, you're mine. She winked at a stunned old man across the table. Don't take it personally, Frank. It's just business. Meanwhile, whispers began circling. Who invited her again? Is she always this loud? Does she think this is Vegas? But Goldie Karen wasn't just playing the game. Oh no, she was turning bingo night into a full-blown Shakespearean performance. Every near miss, a dramatic gasp. Every daub, a victory speech. Every opponent's good luck charm, cute but not regulation. By the halfway mark, she had enemies. Mrs. Parker clutched her rabbit's foot tighter. Frank muttered something about unsportsmanlike conduct. And Mr. Howard, poor Mr. Howard had already wiped sweat from his brow twice. But Goldie Karen didn't care. She thrived in chaos. She was chaos. Then it happened. The call that changed everything. I-29. Gasps, murmurs. The room froze. Goldie Karen raised her card slowly, her eyes glinting like a villain in the final act. She opened her mouth, savoring the tension. Bing! And that's when the real drama began. Bingo! Goldie Karen's voice echoed through the Maplewood Community Center, like a stadium announcement. She stood tall, arms stretched high with her dauber raised like a golden torch, as if she had just conquered Mount Olympus itself. Mr. Howard, the weary caller, sighed. All right, let's check the card. But before he could shuffle over, a shrill voice cut through the silence. Excuse me, I also have bingo. All heads swiveled. Mrs. Parker. Her floral blouse quivered with indignation. Rabbit's foot clutched tight like a holy relic. She slapped her card onto the table. The crowd gasped. 2 bingos. At the same time. This wasn't bingo anymore. This was civil war. Goldie Karen's jaw dropped theatrically. Oh no, that's adorable, Mrs. Parker. But unless the laws of mathematics have suddenly changed in your knitting circle, there can only be one bingo. And that, my peppermint-sucking friends, is me. Mrs. Parker shot back with the venom of a seasoned grandmother. You're loud, you're distracting, and frankly, you're scaring Frank. Everyone looked at Frank, who was nervously polishing his glasses. Goldie Karen gasped dramatically. Scaring Frank? Me? Frank is having the most exciting Tuesday of his life thanks to me. You're welcome, Frank. Frank blinked. I just wanted to play bingo. The room erupted into chaos. Half the crowd sided with Mrs. Parker, shouting about tradition, respect, and the sacredness of bingo night. The other half, well, honestly, they were just enjoying the show. Mr. Howard raised his trembling hands. Now, ladies, let's just check the cards. Check them? Goldie Karen interrupted, slamming her card onto the table like a lawyer presenting Exhibit A. Go ahead. Mr. Howard, verify the masterpiece. Every number flawlessly aligned. Fate herself printed this card. Mrs. Parker wasn't backing down. She shoved her own card forward. Numbers don't lie. Unlike some people. Goldie Karen gasped as though she'd been accused of treason. Are you suggesting I cheated at bingo? Darling, if I wanted to cheat, I'd already be hosting bingo night in Vegas, with pyrotechnics and a live orchestra. Don't test me. The crowd erupted with oohs like kids on a playground. Mr. Howard squinted at both cards, his lips trembling. Then, the unthinkable. They're both correct. A collective gasp. 2 winners. 1 prize. The sacred maple syrup gift basket. Goldie Karen leaned in close to Mrs. Parker, blue eyes sparkling like a mischievous storm. Well. Looks like Maplewood isn't big enough for the both of us. And just like that, bingo night had turned into the Wild West. The tension in the community center could have been cut with a butter knife. 2 champions, 1 prize. The coveted maple syrup gift basket sat on the table, like a glittering treasure chest. Mrs. Parker gripped her rabbit's foot so tightly you'd think it was her life source. Goldie Karen, meanwhile, leaned back in her chair, arms folded, smirking like a queen who had already claimed victory. "All right, ladies," Mr. Howard said nervously. "We're going to split the prize." "Split the prize?" Goldie Karen repeated with a scandalized gasp. "What is this, a custody agreement?" "That's not how bingo works, sweetie. This is a game of destiny, not divorce court." Mrs. Parker shot back, her voice sharp as knitting needles. "Destiny? The only destiny you've got is getting your noisy self thrown out of here." The crowd oohed again. The retirees were loving this more than daytime soap operas. Frank actually whispered, "This is better than Judge Judy." Goldie Karen stood, towering dramatically, blonde waves bouncing under the fluorescent lights. "Thrown out? Me? Darling, I'm the star attraction. Without me, you're just a bunch of sleepy seniors marking circles in silence. Admit it, you need me." Mrs. Parker rose too, her floral blouse billowing like a battle flag. She raised the rabbit's foot high. "This charm has never failed me. It's why I always win. And tonight it will defeat you." Goldie Karen burst into exaggerated laughter. "Oh, so now it's witchcraft. Mrs. Parker, this is bingo night, not Hogwarts. Unless that rabbit's foot comes with a spell book and a cauldron, it's useless." Gasps, murmurs. Someone shouted, "Don't insult the rabbit's foot." Mr. Howard pleaded, "Ladies, please. Let's move on to the next round." But it was too late. The rabbit's foot showdown had begun. Mrs. Parker slammed it on the table. "This charm has won me 18 straight Tuesdays. What do you have?" Goldie Karen, never missing a beat, yanked something from her handbag. A shiny, oversized golden keychain shaped like a crown. "This," she announced proudly, "is the key of destiny." "Does it actually open anything?" "No. But it unlocks victory, sweetheart." The crowd gasped again. The tension was reaching telenovela levels. Frank whispered, "I think she rehearses these speeches." Goldie Karen pointed at the basket. "Winner takes all. No splits, no compromises. Tonight, Maplewood will remember who truly rules bingo." Mrs. Parker narrowed her eyes. "Fine, one final round, you, me, no luck. Just fate." The room went silent. The battle lines were drawn. And as Mr. Howard nervously pulled the next ball, the fate of bingo night teetered on the edge of chaos. The crowd leaned in, breathless. You could hear peppermint candies cracking in nervous mouths. Mr. Howard, drenched in sweat like a man negotiating world peace, reached into the spinner. The ball clattered out and rolled into his shaky hand. He croaked. "G52? Gasps, murmurs. The duel had begun. Mrs. Parker clutched her rabbit's foot, whispering to it like it was a sacred relic. "Goldie Karen?" She slammed her dauber down on the card so hard the table rattled. "Ha! First strike to me." The key of destiny prevails again. 2 more numbers flew out. Both women scored. The crowd went wild. Frank looked like he was about to faint. Then came the fateful call. "In 41. Mrs. Parker's eyes went wide. Goldie Karen froze. They both dabbed the same spot. And once again, they were neck and neck. "Oh, this is unacceptable." Goldie Karen threw her hands up dramatically. "This isn't bingo. This is Twilight, the bingo saga. Someone write this down. I want royalties." Mrs. Parker hissed, "Stop making jokes. You're ruining the sanctity of the game." "The sanctity of the game?" Goldie Karen gasped. "This isn't the Vatican, sweetheart. It's a Tuesday night in Maplewood." The room erupted in laughter, which only fueled her more. She stood up, climbing onto her chair like a victorious gladiator. "Ladies and gentlemen, witness history. For I, Goldie Karen, I'm about to secure the crown of destiny and dethrone the rabbit's foot forever. Sit down this instant." Mrs. Parker barked, waving her rabbit's foot like a wand. "Make me!" Goldie Karen shot back, striking a superhero pose. Mr. Howard's face went crimson. "Please, both of you, this is supposed to be fun!" But the chaos was unstoppable. Mrs. Parker lunged across the table, slamming her dauber down with enough force to splatter ink on 3 innocent bystanders. Goldie Karen retaliated by dramatically tossing her key of destiny into the air and catching it like a circus act. The crowd was half horrified, half thrilled. Phones came out. Someone whispered, "This is going on Facebook." Finally, Mr. Howard called the last number, 074. 2 voices rang out at once. "Bingo!" Silence, then the eruption. Accusations, shouting, laughter. Mrs. Parker pointed her rabbit's foot like a weapon. Goldie Karen bowed like she was accepting an Oscar. Mr. Howard had had enough. He slammed the microphone down. "That's it! I'm calling security. Both of you out!" Gasps, cheers, shock. The unthinkable had happened. Goldie Karen, banned from bingo night. and she loved every second of it. She stood tall, tossed her hair, and smirked. Well, if I'm going down, at least it's legendary. You'll tell your grandchildren about this moment. And with that, she strutted out of the community center as if it were a catwalk, leaving stunned silence and spilled Dauber ink behind her. The Maplewood Community Center door swung shut behind her with a theatrical clunk. Goldie Karen paused on the steps, arms raised to the night sky as though she had just been crowned in victory. Ladies and gentlemen, she declared to no one in particular, you have just witnessed the most dramatic exit in bingo history. Inside, chaos still simmered. Mrs. Parker was demanding a recount. Mr. Howard was breathing into a paper bag. Frank? Poor Frank just muttered, I miss when this was about numbers. But out on the sidewalk, Goldie Karen stood tall, blonde hair catching in the streetlights, blue eyes sparkling with the thrill of battle. She wasn't embarrassed. She wasn't defeated. Oh no, she was legendary. Banned from bingo night? She said aloud, smirking. Please, you can't ban a storm. You can only try to contain it. And in true Goldie Karen fashion, she strutted away as though paparazzi were following her every step. Bulbor. But the story didn't end there. Within a week, whispers spread through Maplewood. Did you hear about the woman who fought over bingo? The one who took on Mrs. Parker and the rabbit's foot? Videos circulated online. The Dauber slam. The chair-standing monologue. The dramatic Oscar bow. Goldie Karen had gone viral. The comments poured in. Finally, bingo night has drama. Team Karen all the way. Justice for Mrs. Parker. Suddenly, she wasn't just Goldie Karen. She was the banished bingo queen. She leaned into it, of course. She posted selfies with captions like, exiled, but never defeated. Who needs maple syrup gift baskets when you've got glory? Her phone rang off the hook with friends laughing, asking, what's your next move? Goldie Karen grinned. Oh, darling. Today, bingo. Tomorrow, Monopoly night. And if they ban me from that too, so be it. I'll start my own league. The Karen Games. Bulbor. Back at the community center, Mrs. Parker polished her rabbit's foot triumphantly. But deep down, she knew the night wasn't remembered for her victory. It was remembered for Goldie Karen, the woman who turned bingo night into a battlefield. The one who made Frank nearly pass out. The one who was banned but never forgotten. Because legends don't retire quietly. And somewhere in Maplewood, people still whisper, remember the night Karen got banned from bingo? That was the greatest show on earth. And that, my friends, is the tale of the banished bingo queen herself, Goldie Karen. If you laughed, if you gasped, or if you'll never look at bingo the same way again, smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite moment, and don't forget to subscribe. Because trust me, this isn't the last time Goldie Karen makes history.